In the heart of America lies Missouri. It's a state with rolling hills and wide-open plains. Two major cities stand tall in this state. On the western border, we have Kansas City. On the eastern border, we find St. Louis. These cities are like two proud brothers. They share a state, but they have their own personalities. Both sit on major rivers. The Missouri River flows past Kansas City. The mighty Mississippi River defines St. Louis. They are both important hubs in the American Midwest. Each one offers a unique slice of American life. Both cities have deep and fascinating histories. They were born from the spirit of westward expansion. St. Louis was founded first, a bustling fur trading post along the Mississippi. It became known as the Gateway to the West. This is where Lewis and Clark started their famous journey. Kansas City grew later, at the confluence of the Kansas and Missouri rivers. It became a vital hub for cattle drives and railroads. This history shaped their identities. St. Louis feels a bit older with its French roots and brick buildings. Kansas City has the energy of the open frontier, a true cow town that grew into a modern metropolis. People often talk about the friendly rivalry between them. It is a competition born from pride. Who has the best baseball team? Who has the better barbecue? These are questions you will hear debated all across the state. This friendly contest makes visiting both places even more fun. You can feel the local pride in every neighborhood. Residents love their city and are happy to tell you why it is the best. This passion is part of what makes each city so special and vibrant. It is a rivalry that is all in good fun, celebrating the best of Missouri. This essay will take you on a journey through these two great cities. We will explore what makes each one tick. We will look at their famous landmarks, from the soaring Gateway Arch in St. Louis to the flowing fountains of Kansas City. We will taste their legendary food. We will listen to their unique sounds. By the end, you will have a better picture of these two Missouri jewels. You will understand their differences and their similarities. And maybe, just maybe, you will have an idea of which city you would like to visit first. Welcome to Kansas City, a place often called the City of Fountains. It is said to have more fountains than any city except Rome. These beautiful water features are everywhere, adding a touch of elegance to the city's parks and boulevards. But Kansas City is more than just fountains. It is a city buzzing with energy and creativity. A major attraction is the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art, famous for the giant shuttlecock sculptures on its lawn. It is a world-class museum with art from every corner of the globe. The city's Country Club Plaza is another famous spot, a beautiful outdoor shopping district inspired by the architecture of Seville, Spain. When it comes to sports, Kansas City is loud and proud. The roar of the crowd at Arrowhead Stadium is legendary. It is home to the Kansas City Chiefs, the beloved NFL team. Fans create a sea of red on game days, and their passion is unmatched. Just next door is Kauffman Stadium, where the Kansas City Royals play baseball. The K is a beautiful ballpark, known for its fountains that dance between innings. Sports are not just a pastime here, they are a core part of the city's identity. The energy on a game day is electric and spreads throughout the entire metropolitan area. Music flows through the veins of Kansas City. The city has a rich jazz history, centered in the historic 18th and Vine Jazz District. Back in the day, jazz legends like Count Basie and Charlie Parker filled the clubs with incredible music. That legacy lives on today. You can still find live jazz in clubs all around the city, keeping the soulful sound alive. This musical heritage gives the city a cool, creative vibe. It is a place where art and history come together, creating a unique rhythm that defines the Kansas City experience. You can feel it in the air. Of course, you cannot talk about Kansas City without mentioning barbecue. For many, KC is the barbecue capital of the world. The style here is all about slow-smoked meats, especially brisket and burnt ends. The sauce is key. It is thick, sweet, and a little bit tangy. There are over 100 barbecue restaurants in the city, each with its own secret recipe. From legendary spots like Arthur Bryant's and Gates BBQ to newer favorites, finding your perfect plate is a delicious adventure. It's a food that brings people together, a smoky, savory symbol of the city itself. Now let's travel east to St. Louis, a city that stands proudly on the banks of the Mississippi River. The first thing you will notice is the Gateway Arch. This massive, gleaming stainless steel monument dominates the skyline. It is 630 feet tall, a stunning symbol of America's westward expansion. You can take a tram ride to the very top for breathtaking views of the city and the river below. The Arch is part of Gateway Arch National Park, a beautiful green space right in the heart of downtown. It is an icon you have to see to believe, representing the spirit of exploration and discovery. St. Louis is a city that loves its sports, and the color red is very important here. The St. Louis Cardinals are one of the most successful teams in Major League Baseball history. A game at Busch Stadium is an unforgettable experience. Fans, known as Cardinals Nation, are famous for their loyalty and knowledge of the game. The city also recently welcomed a Major League Soccer team, St. Louis City SC, whose games at City Park are filled with incredible energy. And let's not forget hockey. The St. Louis Blues of the NHL have a passionate following, bringing even more excitement to the city's sports scene. The music of St. Louis is rooted in the blues. The city was a crucial stop for musicians traveling up the Mississippi River from the Delta. Greats like Chuck Berry, the father of rock and roll, called St. Louis home. His influence can still be felt today. The Soulard neighborhood, with its historic brick buildings and lively bars, is the heart of the city's blues scene. You can walk down the street and hear live music pouring out of doorways. This deep musical history gives St. Louis a gritty, soulful sound that is all its own, a perfect soundtrack for a night out. St. Louis also has some very unique foods you won't find anywhere else. Have you ever tried toasted ravioli? It's exactly what it sounds like. Breaded and deep-fried ravioli, usually served with marinara sauce for dipping. It is a beloved local appetizer. Then there is gooey butter cake, a flat, dense cake with a sweet, rich, and gooey filling. For something savory, you might try a St. Paul sandwich, which is an egg foo young patty served with pickles and mayonnaise on white bread. And St. Louis-style pizza is famous for its very thin, cracker-like crust and provolone cheese. So, how do you choose between these two Missouri giants? The choice often comes down to the kind of atmosphere you are looking for. Kansas City often feels more relaxed and spread out. It has a vibe that is both Midwestern friendly and artistically cool. Its wide boulevards and countless fountains give it an open, airy feel. It is a city that is proud of its cowtown past but has fully embraced a modern, creative future. You feel a sense of optimism and growth there, like a city that is constantly reinventing itself while holding on to its roots. St. Louis, on the other hand, can feel a bit more historic and established. As the older city, its roots run deeper into American history. The architecture, with its extensive use of red brick, gives many neighborhoods a classic, urban feel. There is a sense of tradition and permanence here, from the historic Soulard Market to the grand old homes in Lafayette Square. It feels more like a classic East Coast city in some ways, but with a distinct Midwestern heart. It is a city of strong neighborhoods, each with its own proud identity and character. Your personal preferences will guide your decision. If you are a jazz lover who dreams of the perfect plate of slow-smoked brisket, Kansas City might be your ideal destination. If you love cheering for a historic baseball team and exploring a city full of free attractions, like the St. Louis Zoo and Science Center, then St. Louis could be the place for you. Think about what you enjoy. Do you prefer a city with a laid-back, creative energy, or one with a deep sense of history and tradition? Both cities offer amazing museums, great sports, and friendly people. Ultimately, there is no wrong answer in the Kansas City versus St. Louis debate. Both cities are fantastic places to visit, each offering a unique window into the American heartland. They are both proud, resilient, and full of surprises. The best way to decide is to experience them for yourself. So after learning about their fountains and arches, their barbecue and toasted ravioli, and their jazz and blues, which city sparks your curiosity? Which Missouri Titan would you choose to explore first? The Show Me State is waiting for your answer.